Hello and welcome to the Purple Jam podcast. Today we have Baby Husband. Can you introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Laura.
Hi, I'm Adam.
Hi, I'm Laura.
I'm Matt.
Cool.
And I'm Dan.
Oh yeah, where is Dan?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
He's helping Rob inside.
Oh, what a legend.
Should we get done?
He's being a nice guy.
I feel like this might be leaving him out. So how did the band originate? What was the genesis of Baby Husband?
Whoa.
Here he is.
Hey!
Yeah!
Top dog.
I think originally it was like Laura's songwriting, and she kind of wanted people to play with in a musical sort of way.
So to speak. Yeah.
For a long time, it was just me, Laura, and Dan. For weeks.
Right.
How did Dan come into the picture?
I met Dan. Well, we met Dan on the Visconti week in the studio.
With me?
And because even then you didn't really play drums. You just played drums at one time in like sound check, right?
Well, I used to play drums,
Yeah.
Because they're
and then
Scandinavian.
but for a long time I hadn't.
But that was the first time you played drums in years.
Yeah.
Was the Hey Joe thing?
Sound check?
Right.
Yeah.
Just to get a line check
It was
for the
like a
band who
funny-
were actually recording.
Yeah.
It was a funny drunk thing that we done together
But we just sort of clicked.
when we kissed, didn't it?
Sure. Chemistry.
Just like
Instant.
babies and husbands
Yeah.
together.
I did Hey Joe. You didn't even know the song.
So when did you guys meet each other? 5 chords with question.
It was when Laura was eating Chinese and feeling bad about it.
Oh, on the last night.
It's like I shouldn't
You
be
just
here.
showed up.
I feel really bad, but I'm going to eat all this chow mein.
I'm sorry, but I love a noodle.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then we saw Purple Jam play it at Bacchus, and we looked at Matt and thought, that is our bass player.
Cool.
And literally asked him that night as soon as he got off stage.
Oh, you told.
Rock, paper,
Oh,
scissors
it was
to,
gone. Shit. Where's Matt
see
gone?
who won. Ask him.
Oh well.
Yeah,
And then I lost, so I had to ask him.
yeah. And we asked him, and he's like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. Cool.
And then Orla had been practicing for weeks. We knew she was great, but we didn't want to come in the band until we like had songs ready for her to come into. So we waited and waited and waited, practiced for ages, and then introduced Orla to the band.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Genres are always difficult to describe when it's your own music, but with the kind of slightly like delay heavy indie rock kind of tunes that you do, violin's like an interesting addition.
Sure.
Did you want that instrumentation from the start, or was that like you saw Orla play and was like, oh, that would sound wicked with our sound? How did that work?
It's probably both, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
from like your old band.
Yeah, my old band had violin in it, and then
I didn't know that.
violin's like iMessage, like you don't know you need it until you have it, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
I want it back.
But it's the sort of thing that like you put it in and it's like a massive addition
Yeah.
without even knowing what you did.
Yeah.
Because you can go without it and think, oh, that's a really cool song.
Yeah.
Put it in and it's like, fucking hell, where did that come from?
Absolutely. It kind of adds a grandness to everything that
Like
that
half,
doesn't have before.
our new song we recorded over the weekend,
Yeah.
half the tracks of the whole song are violin.
Yeah.
Hell fucking yeah, they are.
Yeah, it's a big addition.
It's a massive addition.
Yeah. Yes, great. And okay, so you mentioned at the gig earlier. Oh, we should mention that. So Baby Husband played an excellent gig earlier. It was a fantastic performance.
Fuck yeah, we did.
Thank you. That's not something at all.
How did you guys feel that went? Because that was your second gig under this guys. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys in separate projects have done stuff before, but
Sure.
how did that go?
I had a nice time.
I was having an amazing time. I remember
I could see that.
I remember looking at Orla, and she was sort of like thinking too much. Like I could see her like stressing a little bit, and the entire time I was smirking like I was having the best time ever. And she saw my face and enjoyed it from there on.
Fantastic.
It was
Excellent.
I was smiling, singing every word. I was having a
I
great
saw that.
time.
Yeah.
I
Fab,
loved
man.
it.
Cool. And what are the long-term ambition, guys? Like, what do you want to do? with
Play
this
Wembley?
tour?
Festivals, Radio 1, platinum records. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Everyone needs to know about Baby Husband. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, and what makes you guys different from like the crowd out there?
I mean, have you heard us?
We're sexy.
Nice.
Hi, Ola. You're right.
So what makes us different from everyone else, Orla?
The violin.
Probably
Yeah, I mean the
Ola.
violin's
Yeah,
a
I
big
think Ola's
thing.
the
Yeah.
one.
The fiddle.
Say a couple words.
All is smoking and refusing to speak, just for context.
What to say?
That's going on the
Okay.
record.
Okay, cool. All right. So maybe we'll anything you guys want to say before we call it a wrap.
Go on.
Rock on. Out of everything you think of, is rock on.
Why not?
It's a little bit like corny as shit. Anyone
Wow,
else?
Harry, you're the interview. You're not supposed to pass the Fuck's sake, man.
Rock on and rock off.
Yeah, there we go. Giving the alternative.
Cool. All right. Thanks very much, guys.
Instagram at babyhusbandband.com.
Oh yeah.
/weird drunk.
That's the thing.
Cool.
Wait,
Are we
I
done?
want to be in that.
Well,
I think we're done.
it's in there.
Oh, is there like anything else you want us to promote while we're at it? Is there like an EP coming out like later on?
Maybe. We'll see.
What about?
Baby Husband. That's
Maybe husband.
Cool.
Cool.
Are
All
we
right.
done?
Thanks very much, and you've been listening to the Purple Jam podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you.